Hey guys, it's Ashley with 3R Sales and Service. We're taking a look at a custom skid we just wrapped up for somebody. They stopped in, they saw some packages that we already offered that they liked, but we needed to make it a little bit more custom so that it would fit underneath their truck cap. So this particular skid is a 3,000 PSI, 5 gallon per minute pressure washer with a 35-gallon soap tank and a 100-gallon water tank. So we'll kind of start up front here, take a look at the hose reels. We've got our Titan aluminum framed hose reels with the stainless steel manifolds. We have 200 feet of the pressure washer hose on top and 100 feet of the 3/4 inch Flexzilla hose on the bottom. These are all hand crank reels, and then they have got the locking connectors in there. Keeps everything looking tidy and professional, so we like having those in the front. On the side of the pressure washer reel, we have our soap injector. So this is a stainless steel soap injector, so it's more bleach resistant, and it's also adjustable. So by turning this knob, as it goes out, you can draw a higher ratio up to 20%, and then as you go back towards the body of the injector, you can either draw lesser or zero soap through it. So you can use low pressure nozzles without having to draw soap. So kind of a nice way to simplify that a little bit. This valve here gives you the option to pull from the soap tank that's on board, or you can flip the valve and draw from a dip tube, which we just have an extended one here. We make these a little bit longer, so if you've got a bucket on the ground, you can reach it, or if you want, you can take it all the way back to the water tank in order to rinse out the injector or to just apply water with the injector if you wanted to. We have our pressure washer with the GX390 Honda engine on it. It's got a T-Series belt-driven General pump, and General pumps are, Generals and Comets and Cats are all really great belt-driven brands that we use. General pump is just a real popular one that's been around for a long time. We have a partial assembly here. So whenever the customer comes, we're going to be installing this in their truck. So what you see here is the hose that's not quite attached to the water tank yet. And then we've got a ball valve that actually shuts off that water supply after it is connected so that we can change out the water filter that comes on board here. So it's all just kind of zip tied up while we're waiting for them to get here for install. It does come with our standard gun wand assembly with any of the pressure washers. The other thing that's kind of tucked in back here that you see this other clear hose for is the bleeder valve, which from where you're at might be a little bit difficult to see, but it's just a small ball valve that comes off the other low pressure side of the pump. And when we open that up, it actually clears all of the air out of the incoming water line so that we can have a nice, easy startup for the pump. So if you've ever used a system where you're drawing off of a tank and you're just having a really hard time to get that water to go through the pump, the engine's running, but there's no water coming out, it's usually because it's not primed properly. So that helps keep that from happening. On top of the water tank, we have, again, more plumbing that's going to be connected to the garden hose inlet. This is going to filter the water from the garden hose before it goes into the water tank, keeping the tank clean and more debris free, leaving the filter right before the pressure washer to do a little less work. And then we have our cool bypass line is going to connect right here. And what this does is whenever the customer is using the pressure washer, you're pulling the trigger, you let off the trigger, it circulates the water back to the water tank so that you can keep the pump head nice and cool and protected and prevent overheating. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention on here is we do have a float tank inside so that once this fills up, it'll turn off the water supply, and then as you start to use the water again, it'll continue to fill it again. And then we have our 35-gallon horizontal leg tank. This tank's a little bit shorter, again, to fit underneath the truck cap so that the customer can fit everything in there nice and easy. So if you have any questions, you're interested in something like this, or you see a skid that's on our website similar to how this situation was, and you're like, I like this, but I need it a little bit different, or here's my situation, just give us a call and we'll customize to whatever your needs are. Thanks.